So it was requested that I cover the anti-crypto letter. We're going to get into it right now. And then we're going to be talking a little bit more about, obviously, mining and what's going on with that. But here's all the sources. They have an article from Bloomberg talking about 5,200% surge in U.S. giving. Tax experts urge Washington to resist crypto industry. Crypto has a new foe in Washington. The techies, tech experts urge Congress to resist crypto lobbying. And technologists craft an open letter to the U.S. lawmakers urging them to responsibly legislate the crypto industry. So this is a letter in support of responsible financial tech or fintech policy. Just wanted to say financial tech because someone was asking me what fintech meant the other day. So that's basically technology in relation to finances. And it is to all the same people the rebuttal was to. So Charles E. Schumer, Mitch McConnell, Nancy Pelosi, Kevin McCarthy, Debbie Stabenow, John Boozman, Sherrod Brown, Patrick Toomey, Ron Wyden, Mike Crappa. I'm just going to leave it, bro. Maxine Waters and Patrick McHenry. Dear U.S. Congressional Leadership Committee chairs and ranking members, we are 1,500 computer scientists, software engineers, and technologists. So you don't represent the people. You represent big tech, good sir. Screw those peasants that need crypto. Who have spent decades working in the fields producing innovative and effective products for a variety of applications in the fields of database technology, open source software, cryptography, and financial technology applications. We really like the centralized control of this because then we can make our pockets fatter, good sir. Today we write you urging you to take a critical, skeptical approach towards industry claims that crypto assets, sometimes called cryptocurrencies, crypto tokens, or Web3, okay, they're just going all over the place. I feel like if you're a technologist, you understand that Web3 can exist outside of cryptocurrencies. I mean, not outside of blockchain, but okay. Anyways, let's get into it. Are an innovative technology that is unresolvably good. We urge you to resist pressure from digital asset industry financiers, lobbyists, and boosters to create a regulatory safe haven for these risky, flawed, and unproven digital financial instruments, to instead take an approach that protects the public interest and ensures technology is deployed in a genuine service to the needs of ordinary citizens. You know, if you write this and then ordinary citizens are like, no, actually, like it was helping us, you're obviously, you're detached from reality, I think. We strongly disagree with the narrative peddled by those with a financial stake in the crypto asset industry that these technologies represent of positive financial innovation, and are in a way suited to solving the financial problems facing ordinary Americans. Well, here's the deal. It kind of just offers a solution to future problems for ordinary Americans, not current ones, at least to the perspective of the fact is where we're seeing it applied, right, was Venezuela, Ukraine, countries that are in areas that have experienced either some sort of wartime effort or hyperinflation, right? So the idea isn't necessarily just for Americans, right? Like that's the problem here. Not all innovation is unqualifiedly good. Not everything that we can build should be built. The history of technology is full of dead ends, false starts, and wrong turns. Append-only digital ledgers are now a new innovation. They have been known since 1980 for rather limited functions. As software engineers and technologists with deep expertise in our fields, we dispute the claims made in recent years about the novelty and potential of blockchain technology. Blockchain technology cannot and will not have transaction reversal or data privacy mechanisms because they are antithetical, I did say it right, to its base design. Well, okay. So first point on that one would be they're saying that transaction reversal is not possible. Yeah, you could probably do something on layer 2 or layer 3, definitely on layer 3 with it. So I think you could do transaction reversals, but the entire point is to not have transaction reversals, right? And then if we talk about privacy mechanisms, well, then we start talking about building a blockchain from the ground up, something like Zcash or Monero, et cetera, for the privacy-based designs. So yes, as far as Bitcoin goes, it's an open ledger. It is supposed to be that way. But if we go deeper into other blockchain technologies, I think that it's possible. I may not know though, because I am not on the level of, well, at least what these guys claim as far as their technological prowess, right? So financial technologies that serve the public must always have mechanisms for fraud mitigation and allow human in the loop to reverse transactions. Blockchain permits neither. I disagree, good sir. I do not think that you need mitigations for those, but that's my personal opinion. And I also think that you can have that with, like I said, layer 3 solutions. But its very design, blockchain technology, is poorly suited for just about every purpose currently touted as a present or potential source of public benefit. From its inception, this technology has been a solution in search of a problem and has now latched on to concepts such as financial inclusion and data transparency to justify its existence, despite far better solutions to these issues already in use. I would like to see those to be presented. Hopefully they do. Despite more than 13 years of development, it has severe limitations and design flaws that preclude almost all applications that deal with public customer data and regulated financial transactions, and are not an improvement on existing non-blockchain solutions. Yeah, they're not an improvement on non-blockchain solutions because they are not supposed to be like non-blockchain solutions. They're supposed to be completely separate, right? A complete reinvention of the wheel. Finally, blockchain technologies facilitate few, if any, real economy uses. On the other hand, the underlying crypto assets have been the vehicle for unsound and highly volatile speculative investment schemes that are being actively promoted to retail investors who may be unable to understand their nature and risk. Other significant externalities include threats to national security through money laundering and ransomware attacks, financial stability risks from high price volatility, speculation, and susceptibility to run risk. Massive climate emissions from the proof of work technology, of course they were going to bring that up, utilized by some of the most widely traded crypto assets, and investor risk from large-scale scams and other criminal financial activities. So when we get into ransomware, that is a huge problem, but that is going to be a huge problem regardless of cryptocurrency, in my humble opinion, and that's the sector I used to work in as well. Getting crypto jacked, where essentially you end up with an entire server that gets all of the files locked and then held ransom for payment that was typically done in cryptocurrency. So that may be Bitcoin, Monero, whatever the attacker decides to request the payment in. And that's been something that's been going on since the inception of cryptocurrency, but it was going on before then as well. They just used different ways to receive their funds, right? So I guess it does enable that to be more easily accessible. I agree. I think that comes down to obviously like your OPSEC and who is controlling and who is basically providing security for whatever company you're functioning with. Obviously, like simple solutions to that are daily backups or even hourly backups that are running that you can fastly recover from after you've secured your network, that sort of thing. These are some typical strategies that we put in place or that I've been a part of, where, it gets crypto jacked, you find the security hole, you plug that up, you recover from a backup. And frankly, due to the improvements in technology and computing, you can be back up within a business day, right? If you have your ducks in a row. And I think like mitigating security risks like that are going to have to be done regardless of cryptocurrency. Just my personal thoughts on it. We implore you to take a truly responsible approach to technological innovation and ensure that individuals in the US and elsewhere are not left vulnerable to predatory finance, fraud, and systemic economic risk in the name of technological potential, which does not exist. I think it does exist. So they keep telling us that it doesn't exist, but then we've seen proof of it existing. And then to compound on top of that, they aren't giving us the examples of the current structures that are in place that offer these things. So it's a little frustrating. The catastrophes and externalities related to blockchain technologies and crypto asset investment are neither isolated nor are they growing pains for a nascent technology. They are the inevitable outcomes of a technology that is not built for a purpose and will remain forever unsuitable as a foundation for large-scale economic activity. Well, part of the theory is that you dissolve the large-scale economic financial activity and you go down to smaller-scale financial activity. And you enable smaller farmers to be able to transact more easily, direct with consumer without a third party interfering between them and imposing a ton of regulations that make it impossible for them to actually function, which then allows them to create better foods and then transact directly with the public without the interference of, Bill Gates buying up 60% of the farmland in the United States. I said it. Given these vast externalities together with the at best still ambiguous and at worst non-existent uses of blockchain, we recommend that the committee look beyond the hype and bluster of the crypto industry and understand not only its inherent flaws and extraordinary defects, but also the litany of technological fallacies it is built upon. Once again, can you cite these, please? We need to act now to protect investors and the global financial marketplace from the severe risks posed by crypto assets and must not be distracted by technical obfuscations which mask an abject lack of technological utility. We thank you for your leadership on financial technology and regulation and urge you to consider our objective and independent expert judgments to guide your legislative priorities. We remain happy to discuss at any time. Here are all the signatures. Let's see if we notice anybody huge. Interesting here. Here. Oh. Tons of signatories that we'd have to scroll through all of them, I guess. Got some guys from Google, Puget, Google, MIT, Alex Gu, Google, Alex Hong. This could go on for 1,500 signatures. So we didn't do it for the previous one. We won't do it for now. All right. So there it is. That is the anti-crypto letter. I'd like to hear your thoughts and opinions on it. I hope you enjoyed this clip from the Crypto Mining Morning Show every Monday through Friday, 7:45 a.m. Pacific and 10:45 a.m. Eastern Time. You can check out more clips here, or if you're interested in checking out the entire live show, you can check that out down here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next Tuesday.